Come on the air, new details coming in about a sad death at the Kennedy compound. Breaking overnight, tragedy at Hyannisport. The 22-year-old granddaughter of Bobby and Ethel Kennedy found dead at their famous family compound.
21 Marchand in Hyannisport for possible OD.
The investigation underway as the family speaks out. We're live on the scene this morning.
Trade war, China's new threat this morning as the president insists on his tariffs. The global stock market plunging, what this could mean for the price of TVs, smartphones, and more.
Underwater, families rescued as major flash floods hit the heartland. Now more dangerous storms on the way, and the southeast on alert as a tropical threat moves in.
Crazy close encounters. The new video, a shark spotted swimming with these surfers in Florida, these sharks closing a beach in Cape Cod.
Go on.
And the woman jogging on vacation when this bear charges.
No.
How she managed to scare it off.
Mock guac. As avocado prices doubled, the new report. Are you being duped by your favorite dip?
And Pitbull is firing up your morning, performing his biggest hits live in Central Park.
You ready for me?
And the celebrity cameo you have to see right here on GMA. Fire it all.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And good morning, Mac. Hope you guys are well this Friday morning. Let's take a look at the crowd in Central Park right now. Look at that. 7:01:43, 2,000 people already there for Pitbull.
They are ready to party, and they're packing in to see Mr. Worldwide. He's playing some of his biggest hits. And wait till you see who's starring in his new music video. Caught me by surprise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's always a lot of fun when he's here, so we're really looking forward to that. But as we are going to begin with those new developments overnight in the Kennedy family tragedy, the 22-year-old granddaughter of Ethel and the late Robert Kennedy found dead at the family compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, from a suspected drug overdose. Whit Johnson is leading us off with the very latest on this. Good morning, Whit.
Cecilia, good morning to you. It's another sad chapter in the Kennedy family legacy. Saoirse Kennedy Hill was just beginning her adult life, a senior at Boston College. Her family now remembering her passion for philanthropy and generous spirit.
This morning, authorities are investigating a Kennedy family tragedy. 22-year-old Saoirse Kennedy Hill, the granddaughter of Robert F. Kennedy, passing away after being rushed to the hospital.
On the phone with the caller now, 21 Marchand in Hyannisport for possible OD.
A possible overdose at the storied family compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. Authorities responding to emergency calls around 2:30 Thursday afternoon.
Bring that ambulance closer to the front door. 30 minutes.
First responders finding Hill in the same home where her grandmother lives. The exact cause of death still under investigation. Hill is the daughter of Courtney Kennedy Hill, RFK and Ethel Kennedy's fifth child. The Kennedy family saying in a statement, "Our hearts are shattered by the loss of our beloved Saoirse. Her life was filled with hope, promise, and love." Her 91-year-old grandmother Ethel adding, "The world is a little less beautiful today." The family sharing that Saoirse was an advocate for human rights and women's empowerment. But 3 years ago, while in high school, Hill opened up about her struggles with depression, writing in her student newspaper, quote, "I suffered bouts of deep sadness that felt like a heavy boulder on my chest because many people feel uncomfortable talking about it. No one is aware of the sufferers. This leaves people feeling even more alone."
So glad to see you all again, and welcome to Hyannisport.
The iconic Kennedy compound in Cape Cod is cemented in American history. With sweeping ocean views and lush manicured lawns, the 6-acre estate has been a refuge for the Kennedy clan dating back more than 90 years. John F. Kennedy, with his wife Jackie, spent summers there with their children. It also served as the primary residence for Senator Ted Kennedy in his final years.
Sadly, the Kennedy family is all too familiar with tragedy. This year marking the 20-year anniversary of that deadly plane crash that took the lives of JFK Jr., his wife, and sister-in-law. As for the investigation here, authorities still looking into the exact circumstances surrounding Saoirse's death. Cecilia?
Oh, such a tragic story. Okay, Whit Johnson, thank you.
All right, we're going to turn now to that major flooding in the heartland. It's hitting Kansas hard, leading to water rescue. This as a tropical threat moves toward the southeast. Rob is tracking the very latest. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Michael. Some of that tropical moisture already getting into the southeast. This is what Marietta looked like yesterday, just north of Atlanta. Look at that. A microburst coming through, a severe thunderstorm that dumped about 3.5 inches of rain in a short period of time. 66-mile-per-hour winds there, doing some damage to trees as well. So this is the wave that brought heavy rain to Puerto Rico, now moving into Florida, parts of Georgia, the Carolinas as well. This will bring thunderstorms that could produce waterspouts and certainly more in the way of some wind damage. And then this possible development here in the Atlantic, we're watching this closely as well, but we have several days, if not a week, to deal with that. All right, let's talk with what's going on in Kansas. Heavy rain here in eastern Kansas, 9.5 inches in about a 36-hour period. So flash flooding happening there. And this is a front that's just not moving. So we're looking at the same situation today. Flash flood watch out for eastern Kansas, Nebraska, getting into parts of Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas as well. Flash flood watch out until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll update you on what's going on in Hawaii as well in just a few minutes, George.
Okay, Rob, thanks very much. We're going to go to the White House now and President Trump's decision to add new tariffs on imports from China. The announcement already rocking financial markets, and the president defended his decision at a campaign rally last night, where he also continued to take aim at American cities run by Democrats. ABC's Kira Phillips is at the White House. Good morning, Kira.
Good morning, George. Well, after that racist chant about Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar broke out at Trump's last rally, all eyes were on the president and his supporters last night. President Trump didn't back off from name-checking his rivals either, but he certainly was not afraid to go after many of their districts. In front of a rowdy crowd in Cincinnati after a week of railing against Baltimore, President Trump escalating his attacks on a number of major U.S. cities.
Look at Los Angeles with the tents and the horrible, horrible, disgusting conditions. The conditions in Nancy Pelosi's once great city of San Francisco are deplorable. We can name one after another, but I won't do that, because I don't want to be controversial.
And also touting a trade policy that could hit his supporters in rural America.
The era of economic surrender is over.
Just hours after announcing another 10% tariff on $300 billion of Chinese products.
Until such time as there is a deal, we will be taxing the hell out of China. That's all there is, okay?
The tariffs likely to raise prices on a wide range of consumer goods for Americans. China responding with tariffs of their own, hiking taxes on crops imported from the U.S., impacting American farmers' bottom lines. Potentially a tough sell in battleground Ohio, but Trump standing firm.
China's paying for those tariffs.
And George, China's seeing things a little bit differently this morning. Beijing is pledging to respond with countermeasures now, saying that while they don't want a trade war, they are not afraid to fight one, George.
Okay, Kira, thanks. Let's get more on this now from our chief economics correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis. And Rebecca, when this president sent out this tweet midday yesterday, you saw this swing in the stock market.
And this is the tit for tat that Wall Street was worried about with a trade war from the very beginning. Now every single Chinese good that comes to the U.S. is going to be subject to a tariff. And in real terms, those are things that people use: toys, clothes, shoes, electronics. And that's why you saw the stocks of retailers like Target and Nike and Best Buy. They were hit especially hard. These businesses either have to eat those costs, George, or pass them off to the consumer. And most people are anticipating that consumers are going to pay higher prices as a result.
Yeah, the president keeps saying China is going to pay for it, but this is not entirely accurate. It also works as a tax on American consumers.
It works as a tax on everyone, and that's why an analyst called it a sword at the throat of the U.S. economy. The Federal Reserve has laid out the fact that tariffs are the single biggest threat to the U.S. economy and the global economy. What they ultimately mean
is that prices go higher, you see it in your 401k, and then in the longer run, it can hit jobs. Because if businesses are either passing these costs off to consumers or absorbing them, that's going to ultimately ripple down to the very jobs that they are employing, and that's a big issue for the economy and potentially for the election ahead as well.
Hard to see the strategy here. Rebecca, thanks very much. Cecilia?
Okay, guys, now to the new details about the plan to end the war in Afghanistan. The U.S. is reportedly nearing a deal with the Taliban that would bring thousands of troops home. The Pentagon says the nearly 18-year-long war has cost nearly 2,300 American lives and roughly $45 billion a year. Our foreign correspondent James Longman is tracking the latest on this. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Cecilia. President Trump has long promised an end to what he calls America's endless war. And this morning we have new details on some of the specifics of the troop withdrawal. But the negotiations have a long way to go.
This morning, the major changes planned for America's longest war. The US is looking to withdraw thousands of troops from Afghanistan in exchange for a Taliban ceasefire and commitment to eliminating any safe haven for terrorists. The Washington Post reporting if conditions are met, the United States would specifically reduce the number of troops from 14,000 to between 8,000 and 9,000, roughly the same as when President Trump took office. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo teasing progress in Afghanistan earlier this week.
I hope in the next handful of weeks we'll have significant progress we can announce.
Now, this is not a done deal. Deadly attacks by the Taliban continue, and some question their real commitment to peace. Will they take advantage of a U.S. exit to retake power? A CENTCOM spokesperson tells ABC News the DoD has not been ordered to draw down. Our strategy in Afghanistan is conditions-based, and our troops will remain there at appropriate levels so long as their presence is required to safeguard U.S. interests. And Cecilia, don't forget, ISIS is now growing in strength there too.
That is true, James. One more headline for you this morning. North Korea, it appears, has fired another round of what seem to be these short-range missiles. This would be the third launch in just a week. President Trump, though, James says that he doesn't have a problem with it.
No, that's right, Cecilia, even though they are in violation of the UN resolution. And Trump's often used a pause in testing as proof of his success at negotiations. But new talks, they don't feel any closer this morning. Cecilia?
Yeah, they certainly don't. Okay, James, thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you. Now to the investigation underway into that massive, deadly gas line explosion in Kentucky, killing one person, injuring several others, and flattening homes around it. ABC's Alex Perez is on the scene in Lincoln County, Kentucky, with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. People who live here say it sounded like a war zone. I want you to take a look behind me here. You can see some of those charred cars and debris still here. And in the distance over there, that orange fence, that marks the exact explosion site. Authorities now trying to figure out what caused all this. This morning, federal investigators expected on the scene of this massive explosion. The 1:30 a.m. blast rocking this rural community, the roar jolting residents out of bed.
You can hear the ground just moving and tumbling and rolling.
The high-pressure 30-inch gas pipeline exploding, a humongous fireball shooting 300 feet in the air. Some residents suffering burns as they ran for their lives.
It looked like a tornado, like a fire tornado.
It was so hot, I don't see how we got out of there.
Daylight showing the extent of the blast zone. Land completely charred, cars melted. At least 5 homes decimated. Jason Griffiths says it looked and sounded like a war zone.
It looks like a bomb has been dropped. It's leveled everything around it. There's nothing left. It's gone.
A 58-year-old woman who was trying to escape the blast was killed. The 9,000-mile pipeline that runs through here carries natural gas from the Gulf of Mexico to the northeast. Investigators now trying to pinpoint what exactly triggered the rupture. And all things considered, authorities here say this could have been much worse. They say they are very lucky that more people were not killed. Michael?
Devastating images there, Alex. Thank you so much. Cecilia?
Just incredible. Now to new shark sightings from Cape Cod to Florida, shutting down beaches. Take a look at this new video. A shark in Florida there catching a wave with surfers. No, thank you. Victor Akendo is in Miami Beach with the very latest on this. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Cecilia. One of those surfers here in Florida clearly falling off his board at the wrong time. The danger lurking all the way up the East Coast. Officials in Cape Cod forced to shut down several beaches because so many sharks were spotted near the coast.
This morning, shark sightings leaving beachgoers on edge in Cape Cod. More than 10 spotted close to shore in the last 48 hours, forcing officials to close the popular beach. Take a look at this video. Massachusetts State Police spotting 2 sharks while flying above Long Nook Beach. This summer, a wave of close calls, sightings, and attacks up and down the East Coast. In this new video from Florida, a drone capturing a shark darting between 2 surfers in Satellite Beach.
I was yelling to him, hey, there's a shark, and I don't think he heard me because he fell off his board at just the wrong time.
Earlier this summer in New Smyrna Beach, dubbed the shark attack capital of the world, Dan Watson was filming his family playing in the surf when his drone spotted this shark swimming just feet away.
I screamed at my wife, who was a little bit closer to the kids, to get everybody out of the water.
And less than a week ago in Jacksonville Beach, Surfline.com recording the moment 23-year-old professional surfer Frank O'Rourke struggled to stay above water as what was believed to be a black tip bit him.
You have all the teeth, the rows of teeth, kind of just clamped onto my arm.
So far this summer, there have been reports of at least 24 unprovoked shark attacks, and we're just now entering the peak season for shark activity.
According to the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy, August through October are the peak months for shark activity in Cape Cod. Some easy safety tips here. Don't swim alone. Be careful if you're going in past waist-deep water, and don't splash around too much. Cecilia?
Yeah, and Victor, what's driving the search there in Cape Cod?
Well, it's all about what sharks eat, in this case, gray seals. There have been recovery efforts for gray seals over the last decade. They've gone well, but that also attracts more sharks to the waters. Cecilia?
Good tips. Okay, Victor, thank you. Michael?
I should become a swimming pool builder.
Exactly.
People stay at home in the pool. We're going to go now to a wild emergency landing that happened right on a highway in Washington State. A state trooper's dash cam capturing the moment. You see that small plane right there, closes in on the road. That trooper was a quick thinking one. He made a U-turn, slowed down to block the traffic to give the plane room to safely land. The plane came to a stop right at a red light. Pilot said he didn't want to get a ticket for running it.
Skill.
The troopers say the plane had a fuel system malfunction. Amazingly, thank goodness no one was injured and there was no damage.
Can you imagine seeing that? You're driving down the street coming at you.
Well, amazingly enough, the road was open for them to land at that point.
That pilot is a skilled pilot
completely.
as well.
All right, I got
Very much so.
some more crazy video for you. Take a look at this, a close encounter. Yeah, so that's a bear. No. Oh, you hear her. That's a jogger on vacation. This bear charges right at her. Her Fitbit shows her heart rate right at the moment. You can only imagine what that looked like. We'll tell you about what she did to survive.
And we have a surprising headline about your guacamole. This made Cecilia mad earlier. As avocado prices spike, why some restaurants are using mock guac. Wait till you hear what you might be eating. But first, gonna go back to Rob. What you
Fake
got,
stuff,
Rob?
real stuff Friday. I love me some guacamole. So bring it on. Let's take you to Hawaii, where pineapples are, the thing of choice here. They're dealing with Eric. Here, this is the big island with South Shore. What is now Tropical Storm Eric, making inroads there with some big waves and the winds. You saw it. Now it's about 100 or 350 miles south of Honolulu, and thankfully it's going to keep that southerly trajectory. It'll continue to weaken as water temperatures here right around 80 degrees. That's the cusp of seeing any sort of strengthening as a hurricane, so that's good news. Flossie, we were worried about this just because of the name. Thankfully, this also in a weakening mode, and we're getting more confidence now as to the forecast track of this to be heading towards Hawaii, the islands, and then maybe steering to the north. So we will certainly take that, likely staying as a tropical storm right before Sunday night into Monday morning. And there's one behind this one, but plenty of time to watch that. Time now for your weekend getaways, brought to you by Pronamel.
What patients don't realize is what they eat and drink is likely acidic, and then what's happening is the weakening of enamel. Now is the perfect time for a toothpaste like the new Pronamel Repair. This toothpaste takes it to the next level. It takes minerals and it drives it deep into the tooth surface so that we can actively help repair weakened enamel. I do think dentists are going to want to recommend the new Pronamel Repair toothpaste. Such an easy answer, and it will do exactly what their patients need.
Grab the hefty size umbrella heading out the door today. Your rain gear too. We're on weather alert with these thunderstorms moving through, producing some heavy rain and frequent lightning. That until 9 o'clock. Look at the temperatures just in the mid to upper 70s. We'll keep it on the cooler side today, just 83 to about 84. Not quite as heavy that rain later, but we'll still be left with some standing water. And then a chance for the weekend, mainly Saturday afternoon, the high 86, closer to 90 on Sunday. For Operation Backpack Monday, the high 88 and dry.
Showed you the waves crashing on the lava rock, the black sand beaches of Hawaii. Check out this video earlier in the week of a dust devil basically going over a coal field. So that is coal, black coal being sucked up into this dust devil. We're calling it a coal-nado. I don't remember reading about that in meteorology school, but there it is, proof in the pudding, a dirty tornado for sure.
Wow. Thank you, Rob. Pitbull's coming up. He's in the park, going to perform live.
If you just want a slice of pizza, you don't buy the whole pie. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why pay for more than you need? For as low as $20 a month, you can get talk, text, and data from Consumer Cellular with no contract and connections on the nation's largest wireless network.